Good morning, students. It is 10th of October 2020 and we will be doing worksheet 42 of social science. This is also the sixth worksheet of geography lesson 7, Lifelines of National Economy. And in this worksheet, we are broadly dealing with three things. Communication, trade, and tourism in India. So first we'll be discussing communication. What is the meaning of communication? Communication is basically the exchange of ideas between two, the person who wants to give the information and the one who receives it. So the exchange of information or ideas is known as communication. And communication is divided into two parts. It is categorized into personal communication and mass communication. So when communication takes place between one to one, from one person to the other, it is personal communication. And when it is one to many, it is mass communication. When we talk of personal communication, we have two parts into it. The Indian Postal Network and the Indian Telecom Networks. When we talk of Indian Postal Network, there are some important things about it. The Indian Postal Network is the largest in the world. It obviously has to be so because it caters to one of the largest populations in the world. And it handles parcels as well as personal and written communication. Parcels as well as written communication. Cards and envelopes are considered first-class mail and they are generally airlifted. Okay. And second-class mails include books, packets, registered periodicals, and newspapers. Now, but because I already said that we have a huge population, so obviously the traffic of mails also would be huge. And in order to facilitate quick delivery of mails, even then, despite the fact that the traffic is heavy, what is required is categorization of the mail channels. So this is what is done in India. India has 6 different mail channels. The first is the Rajdhani channel. You can see here is the Rajdhani channel. The Rajdhani channel actually connects Delhi with the different state capitals, like the Rajdhani trains. We have the metro channel that connects the 4 metros, that is Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, and Kolkata. The green channel is also known as the local channel. This is for local delivery of mails. For example, delivery of mails within a city. If you have to drop a letter to a friend who lives in the city or to any office that is within the premises of your own city, you will use the green channel. And for this, the post offices have got green letter boxes installed. Then you have the business, bulk, and the periodical channels that cater to the very purpose that they are named as. Second medium of personal communication is the Indian Telecom Network, that is telephone service. More than 2/3 of the villages have already been covered by STD. Okay, and STD is subscriber trunk dialing, which is the telephone facility that lets you call from one city to the other within the whole nation. And special provision to extend 24 hours STD facility to every village in the country. Uniform rate of STD facility is there all over India. It has to be so. Why? Because telecommunication comes under the union list. Okay, now we come to mass communication. Mass communication, the very purpose is to cater to the masses, to the public at large. So it would include television, videos, films, radio, All India Radio, broadcasts a variety of programs in national, local, and regional languages. It is the radio that we listen to. We listen to news, we listen to entertainment in the form of music, etc. Then we have Doordarshan, the national television channel of India, which is the government channel. It is also one of the largest terrestrial networks in the world. India is also one of the largest producers of feature films in the world. It produces short films, video feature films, and video short films. The Central Board of Film Certification, which is also the censor board that we know it commonly as, is the authority to certify both Indian and foreign films. Means it is the one that is responsible to filter out offending content or any content that is not suitable for the Indian viewers. And now we have the print media. So the electronic media covers television, radio, etc. And the print media includes newspapers, magazines, books, and periodicals. Newspapers, we know already that they are published in many languages, 100 languages and dialects. Largest number of newspapers published are in Hindi in India, followed by English and Urdu. Okay, so that is it about communication. Now we move on to trade. What is trade? Like we saw, the exchange of ideas and information implies communication, and the exchange of goods among people, among states and countries is referred to as trade. Here you have the definition. And so such exchanges take place at marketplaces. Now we have types of trade. We have local trade that is carried in cities, towns and villages. We have state level trades carried between two or more states within a nation. Then we have international trade that is carried on between two or more countries. And so it obviously involves exports and imports. So exports and imports are the two components of international trade. It's not just components of trade here, it would be the components of international trade. And the important commodities that India deals into is we export gems and jewelry, chemicals and related products, agriculture and light products. We have always been exporting textiles and handicrafts as well. And what we import are petroleum and crude products, gems and jewelry, chemicals and related products, base metals, electronic items, machinery, agriculture and light products. So, a country would always want to export more and import less. Why? Here's the answer. We are dealing with this topic, balance of trade. Balance of trade of a country is the difference between its export and import. आयात और निर्यात का जो फर्क है वो है बैलेंस ऑफ ट्रेड. जब आपका एक्सपोर्ट ज़्यादा है और इंपोर्ट कम, तो ये बैलेंस ऑफ ट्रेड किसी भी देश के फेवर में है. सो इसे हम कहते हैं फेवरेबल बैलेंस ऑफ ट्रेड. बट व्हेन द वैल्यू ऑफ इंपोर्ट्स increases, which no nation wants, and it is more than the value of exports, then it becomes an unfavorable balance of trade. So which unfavorable balance of trade is something that no nation would want. Every nation is always anxious to increase its exports vis-a-vis the imports. So we understand now the favorable and unfavorable balance of trade. When it comes to software, India has always been enjoying a favorable balance of trade as comes to when we discuss software. Now we come to tourism in India. What is tourism? Tourism is the movement of people within states or within national boundaries or even beyond national boundaries for the sake of entertainment or culture or medicine, etc. So tourism in India has grown over the last 3 decades, and millions of people have been directly engaged in the tourism industry. Tourism also promotes national integration, supports local handicrafts and cultural pursuits. These are the benefits of tourism. foreign tourists' arrivals in our country has witnessed an increase actually during 2015 as compared to 2014, and however it is greatly affected by several factors. We're not into that. Foreign tourists visit India for heritage tourism, ecotourism, adventure tourism, medical tourism, and business tourism. And India provides a vast potential for development of tourism because of our variety of geography, our cultural richness, and several other factors. Efforts are being made to promote tourism, different types of tourism for this most promising upcoming industry. Okay, so that is it about the explanation part of this worksheet. You have 5 easy questions following this worksheet. Please complete the worksheet by the end of the day. Thank you.